Hi, welcome back. In this lecture, we'll talk about statutory and non-statutory components and LWF, that is Labor Welfare Fund. What is a statutory deduction? Statutory deductions are the deductions which are deducted by the law. That means that the government has asked to deduct all these deductions before giving the salary to the employees. This include PF, ESIC, P-tax, LWF, income tax. Okay, so income tax, it goes to the government. P-tax, professional tax, this also goes to the government. LWF, PF, ESIC, these are all government schemes in which it is mandatory for the organization to deduct the employee's contribution, and employer has to contribute, and then it goes to those particular schemes. That means that these all deductions are mandatory by the law. So these are known as statutory deductions. Before giving the salary to the employees, before remitting the salary, these deductions are made. Now, what are non-statutory deductions? These are the deductions which are not deducted by the law. Like the government has not told to do all these deductions, but still these deductions are there. Why? Because company wants to give some benefit to the employees, or I'll tell you in later we'll talk about this. So all these deductions are non-statutory deduction. For example, advance, fine, loan, health insurance premium, retirement plan benefit, these all come under non-statutory deductions. So what is an advance? An advance is an amount which is given to you by the company, and in the subsequent coming month the amount is recovered, okay, from your salary. This also, the advance system also happens in some government organization. They give you suppose 50,000, or as per your eligibility they give you some advance, and in the coming few months they deduct those amount from the salary and they recover the advance amount. Generally in advance there is no interest, it is interest free, and also this is for a very short duration, like less than a year, mostly 11 months. What is fine? Fine is generally if you have if company has given you any gadgets, or you can say any device to use, and if you have lost it, like laptop, and if you have lost it, then they recover the laptop amount. This comes under fine. What is loan? If the employee give you an amount for a particular period of time, okay, and for a fixed tenure, then this comes under loan. It is generally interest free, and also this is more than a year. So advance was less than a year for 4-5 months or max 11 months, but loan is for a longer duration. The interest amount is generally negligible, like very low, or it is nil. So this also comes under non-statutory deduction. What is health insurance premium or retirement plan benefit? If your company has tie-up with some third party and they want you to give some insurance benefit, or they have some retirement plan, then the premium of those plan, half company give, half you are supposed to give. So all these are, this insurance and this retirement plan is not covered under government. Yeah, this is not government plans. So this all come under non-statutory deductions. I hope you got this clear. Now we'll talk about LWF. LWF is a labor welfare fund. This is a government social security scheme. It is an aid provided to the workers in the form of money or a facility so as to provide social security, improve working condition, and raise standards of living. So this is kind of a social security scheme launched by the government of India so as to help the worker class in the form of money. Suppose in an emergency, if they need some money, so through this fund we can give them money, or any facility like educational facility for their children, medical facility, transport facility to commute to work, okay, housing facility for construction of houses at concessional rate, vocational training, etc. So all these facility, the fund is required for every facility, as we know. So through this fund we can provide them facility. This all, if they will learn some new skill or if they are easily able to commute to work, all this will improve their working conditions, improve their lifestyle, and hence raise their standards of living. Also to improve their working condition in the environment in which they are working. To improve that, this fund is created. It was made by state government in which both employer and employee contribution to avail the benefit. So mostly what happened, this is governed by the state government, okay. So they control this fund, and both the employer and the employee has to contribute some amount to avail this benefit. The contribution rate differs from state to state. As I told you, this is managed by state government. So every state, the rules are different. Currently this is in only 16 states. Example: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Delhi, Goa, Maharashtra. So I'll tell you the names of all the 16 states. If you want, you can just note it down. So it's Andhra Pradesh, Chandigarh, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, West Bengal. So in all these 16 states and union territories, this labor welfare fund is implemented. It also depends upon total number of employees working in a condition, wages earned, and designation of employee. So this fund, how much amount, what are the facilities and everything, the rules differ from state to state, and this also depends upon how many employees are working in an establishment, what amount of wages they are earning, and what are the designation of the employees. The contribution can be made monthly, half-yearly, or annually. This also differs from state to state. In some state you have to contribute monthly, in some it's half-yearly or annually. So I have taken two examples to explain you it in a better way. Like in Karnataka, any establishment employing 50 or more employees. Okay, if it's 50 or more employees, then contribution is yearly. Employee contribution is 20 rupees. Employer contribution is 40 rupees. Date of deduction is 31st December, and last date for submission is 15th Jan. So deduction is when the amount it is getting deducted from your salary, and submission means challan filing submission is 15th Jan. Similarly, in MP, if an establishment is having one or more employees, okay, then you have to get enrolled in this scheme, and the contribution is half yearly. Employee contribution is 10 rupees, employer contribution is 30 rupees, date of deduction is 30th June or 31st December, and last date of submission is 15th July or 15th Jan. So as I told you, according to state to state, how many employees are there in your company, what designation they are there, how much salary they are getting. Depending on the state government guidelines, we have to deduct the amount. So in which state you are working, like your company comes under which state government, their rules you have to study and then you have to implement it. Mostly, as we can see, that the employer contribution is always more than the employee contribution. It is either twice or thrice the employee contribution. So this is one of the very important scheme for labor class people or people working in establishment, factories, etc. I hope you got this clear. Thank you. See you in the next section. Bye-bye.